Hello, Graham Vincent, violin maker and musician, and
Hello, it's Violin.
and
Hello, I'm Tom.
we've got Tom. We're being invaded by the Swiss sort of violin making contingent at the moment. So Thibaut obviously has been here for the last 4 weeks. The last 2 weeks we're into now, and Tom, who's a friend of his, is joining us for 2 weeks to basically see what goes on as well here.
Yeah.
So as before, he's not here to learn how to make violins. He's here to see how I make violins, basically, just to see if there's any little bits that he can sort of possibly add to his armoury, I suspect. So what have we been up to then? It's been busy. Let's start with, I just want to show you this, and then Thibaut will explain what's going on. So here you see some of my brewing equipment. We've got 2 brewing vessels, one of which just happens to be the right perimeter to sit snugly on top of the other one, which is rather handy because inside we've got a poisonous atmosphere of ammonia and something else as well.
Yeah, so basically my violin, which is finished in the white, is now inside those 2 buckets. And yeah, we put like a tray with ammonia in there. And now it's just like sort of creating loads of ammonia fumes inside this container.
Have you got those 2 little samples?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have a look at those.
They are very interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, to be honest,
that's how the wood, the cherry wood in the UV, after sort of 1 weekend in the UV looks, and that's how the same wood looks after 1 weekend in ammonia steam. So you can obviously tell like that this obviously changes color quite a bit. Sort of it's really like cut from the same piece. And so obviously it turns a lot more brown and sort of slightly reddish as well in the ammonia. So yeah.
so it's got a really nice, rich kind of look to it.
Yes,
We did a few tests with different things, and although I think both of us aren't necessarily massive fans of ammonia, for this English cherry, it just seems
Sort
like
of, yeah,
it was so good compared with the other options.
Yeah, we tried like just tea, but the tea didn't do much. There was just tea compared to no tea, this one. I mean, on the video you won't see a difference between tea and no tea. So that we thought like, well, it's not gonna sort of be much point in trying just the tea. But yeah, I mean, we were
The UV on its own, it was quite interesting. It did seem to even up the look a bit, didn't it?
That was very interesting because obviously the cherry has got this greenish kind of hue, and it didn't do much to the sort of green dark grain lines, but it did sort of darken the light bits. So it did, have a
It sort of balanced it out a bit.
Yes, absolutely.
Apart from that, what else have you been up to?
So I have been doing a little bit more setup work and sort of sound adjusting on an old fiddle. Basically, the string height, the action was just way too high and really hard to play. So we've taken down the string height at the bridge as well as the nut. We sort of lowered both the bridge by a lot. We sort of took a lot of material off. And yes, we also moved the sound post a bit to try and make it sound a bit sort of softer and a bit more open.
I must admit, the actual tone of it is not amazing, and I kind of thought it was largely down to sound post position. That has helped, but what we realised is that if you look at the sides here, they're about 5mm thick there. So it really it needs quite a bit of money spent on it. It needs the front taken off and taken down.
Heavily overbuilt.
Yeah. So I think we've done as much as we realistically can for a reasonable budget on that particular one. Yeah. Apart from that, I have been just been carrying on the fiddle I'm making. This is the one using the this is the one using the system of putting the whole thing together before I do the edge work. And as I explained before, it's felt like a bit of an uphill struggle for some parts of the process, but I now seem to have hit a second happy point in the process where suddenly it all seems to make sense. And I would say although I felt a little bit lost when I was doing the arching initially, because you're sort of producing the center section of the arching in a larger panel, it actually it's turned out reasonably well. I'm fairly happy with it. So yeah, there we go. We'll see how that progresses over the next couple of days. Now, the other thing, and this is this is where we both go, uh-oh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
obviously
got violins.
Yeah, we both play, obviously. And we thought, as Tibu's here only for another 2 weeks, and as Tom, we haven't told Tom this
We
yet,
haven't
but
told, but yeah.
but Tom's also arrived,
He's
and
made a mistake.
he
to
has an
come
accordion
with
as
an
well.
Instrument,
So what we thought we'd do, you can if you want, but we're not really going to play much.
Yeah.
This is the first contact for this one, so yeah.
So you have to sort of take it easy.
Yeah.
And
So what we thought we'd do is we're gonna be learning a couple of pieces. Yeah, definitely got an accordion. So this is we thought we'd go with an English piece and a Swiss piece. So the English piece I'm going to recommend. Well, I mean, the Irish claim it as theirs, the Scots claim it as theirs, and the English claim it as theirs. And all that means is it's a good tune. That's all it means. But it's one called the Cuckoo's Nest, which I think we should learn. So, let's try and play it properly. I thought we'd try that one.
Nice,
Yeah. I mean, especially with accordion and with a couple of fiddles, it should sound really good when we get into it. Yeah, go with that one. And your suggestion?
My suggestion is a waltz from the Southjental in Switzerland, which is a place where there was like a really interesting fiddling tradition that goes like back a fairly long time. And yeah, there used to be like, I mean, you can correct me, Tom, if I'm saying wrong things, but like the whole valley was like just almost everybody was playing the fiddle, and there were like schools where like they learned to play fiddle and cello and stuff, and there were a lot of, obviously there were mostly farmers in this valley, and a lot of farmers used to build their own fiddles. So there are like some really interesting old fiddles from this valley, which look like all sort of crooked and weird, because they have been made by farmers just using very rudimentary and simple tools and stuff. So yeah, it's a super interesting sort
That could be fun.
history, and yeah, it's
Are you going to play it?
piece. Yes, I'm going to try and play it.
But I'm noticing with alarm at the top,
Yes.
it's 4 pieces, and it's got
It says
AA, BB, CC, DC, A, BB, CC, DC, A1.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
A1 is not
Yes,
A.
not
Right,
to
okay.
be confused with
Yeah,
A.
cool.
Yeah. It's very,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good to
Yes.
go.
Yes. Do you know this one good enough, Tom, on the accordion? Or
Yeah, I think so.
okay. Good.
Otherwise, I'm gonna stop.
Yes. Well, it doesn't need to be perfect, just to get an impression. So, should I just start? Okay. I mean, how much should we play? Probably not
Well, I
the
think
whole
that's enough
thing.
to whet the
And
appetite, isn't
especially
it?
my
Yeah,
violin
that's
is
great.
not
That's-
in tune, I
That's
think.
yeah, I'm on board with this one,
Yes,
definitely.
it sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
and
great
I
with
think
that
we're
as
going to
well.
play it a bit faster
Yeah.
once we sort of.
Yeah, perfect.
There's
Okay,
a
so, So don't
Yeah.
want to worry everyone, leaving you with that
Yes.
imperfect fiddle tunes, if you like, but
should
we'll
get-
be working on those the next
Yeah.
2 weeks. And the grand plan is towards the end of the 2 weeks, we'll do a proper full-on playthrough.
Yes.
I think that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's leave it there.
Mhm.
Look after yourselves. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.